Okay, thanks for confirming, right? So today, right, mostly we'll talk about like what is agentic automation, why it is important, right? How can we give the edge to our RPA, correct? Because I think most of the participants who joined, right, I think who are already working into the RPA field, right? And now agentic is a bird's word into the market, and almost each and every organization they want to adopt the agentic, right? So without agentic, right, I can say your process automation is incomplete, right? So that's the reason we are here to discuss. So first we'll talk just few minutes, like max 10 minutes, about this agentic, why it is important, right, how to learn, correct, and after that we'll go for a demo, right? So please be there at the end of this till the end of the session, right? Ask as many as questions whatever you have in your mind, right? It will help you, everyone, including me, right? But before starting, maybe I can give my background, right? So myself is by plus years, right, in different domains and different technologies, right? And coming back to the RPA and intelligent automation field, right? So I'm working since 9.5 years, right, in UI Path and Power Automate, including the Copilot, right? And coming back to the training part, so I'm conducting the trainings for UI Path since last 5 years, and around like 3 years, I can say, for the Power Automate, right? So this is about my training journey, right? And I have played almost all the roles into our whole RPA life cycle. So this is about me. So let's start, okay? Rather than discussing much. All right. So as I said initially, right? RPA is nowadays, right? It's no longer enough, right? Due to the industry demand, and now the industry is moving to a greater extent in terms of intelligent automation, and now they want to go beyond it, right? Which is called as a agentic automation, correct? So along with our RPA, right? Intelligent automation, agentic automation are more important because nowadays, right, industry is looking to solve the complex problem. Okay, so low hanging fruits has already completed, and now they want to go to the complex problems, right? And at the same time, not complex, I can say, but apart from that, in case of any decision making, routing, right? So conditions, all the things it should take care. So in case of any ad hoc decisions has to be made, right? It can be taken care by the agents. Okay, so that's the reason I was saying, right? The RPA is not that much enough, right? If you want to sustain in this particular field or technology, right? So here, want to show a small comparison, right, between RPA, intelligent automation, and agentic automation, right? So everyone is aware about our RPA, right? It can be rule based. It will work only on a structure thing, right? Where very less human intervention or manual intervention is required, right? But if you go beyond it, right, intelligent automation will come in the picture. Okay,
Right.
sorry. So in case if you are not speaking, please be on mute. Okay. All right. Thank you. Right. Now we want to go to the intelligent automation, right? So what intelligent automation is doing basically, right? So suppose if there are any cognitive abilities, right, required in terms of document extraction, okay. In addition to that, like if you want to create any kind of AI model, right, in terms of sentiment analysis, right, or if you want to identify any object from the images, right? So wherever there is a cognitive abilities are required, right, intelligent automation is coming into the picture, right? But now beyond that, right, the agentic, right, is very high demanding nowadays into the market. Why? Because right, for agents, right, they are not relying on any fixed things basically, right? Because they are having their own intelligence. So if something is happening ad hoc, right, they will be able to take the decision, and based on the decision they will follow, or our flow will get routed to perform that particular task, right? Why? Because the agents, right, having their own knowledge base, correct, on that own knowledge base they are taking the decision like a human, right? So that's the reason if there are any kind of complex, dynamic, or strategic workflows are there that we can automate with the help of our agentic process automation, right? So that I can show you during the demo. Okay. Feel free to ask any question, right? If you have in your mind, right? So we'll move to, yeah, please.
I am myself Shukriya. So am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, so I have two questions. Number one, I am from SAP Security, Cloud Security, and having 20 plus years experience now. I'm planning to upgrading my skill into AI. Although I have worked on AI in my area, but agentic AI and what is called Power Automate RPA is basically new to me. So as I see in the comparison chart, the expertise needed is mentioned as LLM expertise, prompt engineering, or agent orchestration.
Uh-huh.
So, do I really need to have this expertise before I start or before I taking these agentic AI skills? Or do I need to go through the RPA like Power Automate or UiPath before I take agentic AI skills? So, what
Okay.
is your view in that
Yeah,
case?
very good question, Supriya. Okay, so first you have to understand the RPA things, right? How your flows are getting automated, right? How to route the decisions, correct? So first thing you should learn the RPA. On top of that, you have to go for a agentic automation, right? Because without right knowing the RPA, it is not possible directly jump to this particular topic, Supriya.
Okay. So that you suggest to take the Power Automate, Microsoft Power Automate or UiPath first, then go for the
Correct,
identity.
correct.
Right?
Correct. Go for like Power Automate, right, rather than UI.
Okay, okay, okay. Because I have Power Automate is a Microsoft product, so it is already integrated in Microsoft 365. So if I will take the
Okay, fine. Any other question? Okay, all right. Now we'll go to the three stages of the automation skill, right? So coming back to your question, Supriya, right, and maybe everyone having the same question, right? So you can see here there are three stages of the automation skills, impact and career growth, right? So what is the first thing, right? First thing first, we have to learn the RPA, right? And then we are aware about it, like the key features of the RPA, like if you want to automate any kind of rule base, right? Manual workflow, correct? Which is repetitive in nature, where we require very less human intervention, right? Where the RPA will come into the picture, right? On top of that, right, now RPA, right, most of the things, as I said, right, only for RPA, correct, those don't have that much demand, right? Then we have to learn for intelligent automation, right? So in case if you want to handle some unstructured data, if you want to do any kind of predictive analysis, sentiment analysis, language detection, right? Where we can use the intelligent automation, right? So here we can create different types of cognitive automation, right? With the help of that cognitive automation, we'll be able to build the such kind of use cases, right? But now on top of that, right, if you want to go for agentic process automation, right? So those are agent based, right? Because so far, right, robotic process automation and intelligent automation, they don't have their own decisioning capability, right? But if you go to the agentic process automation, it having the decisioning capability, right? And due to this decisioning capability, right, lot of ad hoc tasks are getting automated, right? So that's the reason what we have to do first, we have to learn the RPA, right? then we have to go for intelligent automation and then agentic process automation, right? So these are the three main stage or the key stage, right? If you want to go into the RPA, intelligent automation and agentic. Okay, now we'll
So
move to the.
here one question.
Mhm.
So you have suggested that there are three stages among which first we need to take RPA, robotic process automation, then intelligent automation. Right? If I go for Microsoft Power Automate training, then does it cover RPA and IA both, or there is separate module for IA?
No, no, Supriya. Okay, so whatever our course we do have, right, providing, right, so it covers RPA, right, with Power Automate, plus
Mhm.
intelligent automation, and plus agentic process automation. So the single course is covering all the three topics.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, clear? So any question from anyone before moving to the demo? All right, right. So it was very quick one. Okay, all right. Now we will go for the demo. Okay. So what is the first demo? Right, I'm going to show everyone. Right. Just imagine. Right. Uh, this is the website from the Sony. Okay. So I want to create an agent basically from the customer support point of view. Okay. So we can create a various type of agents. I'm just giving like 2 to 3 examples. Right. So we can see, right? Suppose if there is an agent, right? So normally what happens, right? We are calling to customer support, right? Or we are doing the chat, right? And then we are asking about various things related to the Sony products, right? So what was happening previously, right? If something is out of scope, right? Or if your bot, right, chatbot is not able to understand, right? What is happening? It is routing to the human. Why? Because such type of questions which are not already integrated into your chatbot, right? Or your chatbot is not able to understand, right? But that is not the case nowadays because we are using the power of agentic. So we will just tell our agent like if you are having any question related to the Sony products or services, which is anything which is mentioned on this website. Okay. So we don't need to give like this is the question and this is the answer, right? It's not the thing. We will just tell, right? Whatever is available on this particular website, right? And if the customer is asking the question related to it, you have to respond like a human, basically, right? So if I go here, right? So you can see like I have created this agent here. Okay. So what agent will do? It will respond to all the question, right, which is from the or which is related to the Sony products or services or anything, right? So let's go. And here, if you go, right, like, okay, let me scroll down. So you can see there are like sample prompts as given, right? So suppose I will use this, right? Or I can give my own also, it doesn't matter. So suppose I'm going here, right? Tell me about Sony as a company, right? So what our agent will do, the agent will go to that Sony website, right? And it will take that information. So why I'm showing it, right? See, how it is showing, right? So it is searching on that website. Based on that, right, it is giving that particular output like a human or maybe more than human, right? See, okay. And at the same time, right, it will tell us, right, go to this website and all, right? Suppose I click on here, right? So it is going to this website. Can you see how it was able to identify the history page? Even for me, if I want to navigate by using it, it's difficult, right? But you can see, right, it is giving all the links also in case if someone want to go to that particular link, right, and take the more information. But you can see how effectively it was able to respond to the customer queries, right? Similar way, suppose I'm going here and I'm typing, right? Can you please provide the info related to the latest OLED TV, right? for example, right? So what it will do now, right? It will go to that website, right? See where it is searching. It is searching on this, right? And see how fast it is giving the response, right? So we have just given this as a knowledge base, this Sony website, right? So whatever agent will do, the agent will go to the website based on the question which is asked by the human, and accordingly it will respond, okay? So that the customer will get the proper response. And such kind of agent we can deploy on the Teams, or we can deploy on any kind of website also. Okay, so it's not actually, this is not an interface. So why I'm showing this, just for the understanding purpose. So you can see, right? Uh, this is my Sony support agent, right, which I have added here, right? But currently, due to some capacity issue, right, uh, like I was not able to show here, right? But if I go back, right, here, so here I have created a agent, okay, which is supporting to the written request from the customer, right? So you can see the customer is asking, tell me about written policy of electronics items, right? Even though you can see there are spell mistakes or grammar mistake, doesn't matter. It will give the results in a better. Okay. So in this way, we can able to create any kind of agent where it is interacting to the customers, okay, or to the customer queries, customer complaints, right? So this is about the first agent, right, which is supporting to the Sony products or any information related to the Sony. And you can see it is targeting only the official website. It's not like a Google. For example, if you are going to the Google and if you mention, tell me about the Sony latest product, right? So it can go to the other places as well apart from the official website, right? But you can say it is just using the official website. Clear? Any question, any doubt?
Here I am asking. So you have mentioned that if we create from a customer point of view, if we create any agent, it extracts the data from the specific from a specific customer website and based on the historical data of that site like Sonic. Now here we have selected the agent and it gives the output for that particular for the customer. Now if we want to create, if we have the plan, we intend to create any agent where based on the agent, we can, the agent will take the decision and implement it in the system. Is that possible in agentic AI?
Can you come again? Actually, your voice is not clearly audible.
Is it
So
okay now?
can,
Is it okay now?
yes, yes,
Okay, what I am trying to say, suppose I am from SAP security. Now, I have the what we are basically doing, we are provisioning user or assigning permissions in different systems, sitting on a specific on a or single system. Now, if I
yes.
have the plan to create agent and based on which we will set up certain terminology, suppose provision user. If we select this new agent, now agentic AI will based on this terminology or choosing that particular agent, create the provision the user in a respective system.
Yes, it can be done. Yes.
Okay, so decision making can be done through agentic AI.
Yes, yes, obviously. So you can see, right, how it is coming to know, basically, right, like where I want to go, okay, on the Sony website, and how to take this particular information, right, how it is coming, because it having, right, that decision making power.
And just go to the previous one. When is I was asking on the intelligent automation. Does it refer to the AI integrated with RPA?
Yes, yes,
Okay, 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 got
yes.
it. Okay, I'm done. Thanks.
Okay. Any other question from anyone?
Vaibhav, I have a question.
Yes, Jan.
So, Vaibhav, tell me one thing. So, this is something which is in development environment as of now,
Correct.
right? So, how we going to share this particular agent to the end users?
So, as I said, right, Javed, like this we can deploy to any website, okay? or any Teams or any chat, right? So suppose you can see here, right? So this agent I have deployed it right on the Teams channel. Okay. Similar way, if Sony, right, want to deploy this particular agent on their website, right, very well we can deploy there.
Okay, you mean to say we can integrate this agent with the MS
Yes,
Teams
yes,
as
yes,
well as we can
yes,
deploy it in any other portal?
correct, correct.
Okay.
Not only on any portal, right? It can be on a SharePoint, okay, or
Mm.
any other place also.
Okay, so what about the licensing? Does it require any sort of infra for the development as well as to share with the end users?
So basically, right, first thing first, like we need this Copilot license, okay, right? And if we have this Copilot license, then we'll be able to deploy. So now this is, I have deployed it to me, right? But suppose, right, if there is organization or any department, right? So there will have some channel, right? Team channel, or suppose if you want to deploy at the individual level, that is also possible.
Okay. Mm. It means it involves the infra as well as cost.
Yes, obviously,
Okay. Okay.
obviously. But the
Mm.
good part of it, right? I want to just let everyone know this is from Microsoft. Okay, so anyhow, almost 90% of organizations they will have Microsoft 365 license. Okay, so here the cost, right? Because a lot of organizations they are concerned about the cost, right? So that should not be a big deal actually, because already almost all the organization they are having this Microsoft 365 license.
Sorry, I have a
Okay.
question, if that's okay.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So my name's Irfan. I'm from the UK. I was just wondering if it's possible to have this agents working on maybe like the intranet. So we've got an intranet site, and within that site we have policies, we have procedures within the document library. So I was wondering whether this sort of solution would work on the intranet. So if an end user wants to query a particular policy,
Mhm.
instead of them having to go into the document and finding the document, would it be possible to obtain the information through using agents?
Yeah, definitely. So it's really great question, right? Yes, it is possible, because currently what we are doing, right? We are just giving the like URL or any web application, right, as a reference. But suppose if you have knowledge base in terms of any like files, right? It can be Excel file, PDF file, or any kind of document, right? Or even though if it is available on any SharePoint, right? So that reference also we can give very well if there is no such restriction.
Wow, very powerful tool. Thank you.
Yes. So suppose I can show you here, right? If you go right, here we are having the knowledge base, right? So currently we are just giving the Sony website, right? But if you go here, right, here we are having that facility, like we can upload the document, right? Or we can have any SharePoint folder or list, right? Even though if your data is away on the dataverse table or something, right? So yes, we can do it very well. There is no such restriction.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, perfect. All right. So any question before moving to the next use case? So Divya was saying, what is the difference between AI agent and agentic It is same, right? So what this AI agent are doing, right? They are performing some actions, right? They are doing some decision making. And here, as I said, right, we are going to talk about the process automation, okay, or from the automation point of view. Because but AI agent, right, if you see, like they can do various other things apart from the automation as well. Yes,
I have one question.
yes, yes.
What is the difference between AI prompt and AI agent?
Okay, so what is the prompt, right? Suppose if you're going to this Copilot, right? So what is the use of Copilot, right? Suppose if you need any information, right, or any particular thing, you will go to the Copilot and you will ask your question and it will give the answer, right?
Hmm.
So what it will do basically, it will give the answer based on whatever resources are available on the internet or when these
Hmm.
models are created, correct?
Yes.
Right? But here what we are doing, our agents, they are creating based on our specific requirement. Okay, we are creating based on our specific requirement to perform certain number of tasks. So maybe if you did not understood clearly, I
So
will be happy to explain.
this is restricted to other websites if
Obviously,
it is searching for
yes,
this.
obviously, because here we are giving this knowledge base. So what do you mean by knowledge base, right? Our agent should work only on this website, not other places,
Okay.
right? Here you can
But
see web search. We are having the web
what is the
search.
accuracy of this output?
It's 100%. You can ask anything. Okay, so whatever is available on this website, if you ask anything, right, it will respond.
Let us suppose I am using Power Automate desktop here, right? And I am not able to click somewhere because that is dynamic content and we cannot every time that is changing. So can we use this agentic AI apart from that?
No, 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 that is different, right? Where you are doing some UI interaction, correct?
Hmm.
Right? So that is something different.
So there we cannot
Uh,
use this.
Where we can use this. Okay. Okay. Uh, Maybe let me finish the next use case. I will explain in a detail. Okay. Yeah.
I have
Sure.
one more question
Ye- Yes.
followed by his question. So if
Hmm.
you're not taking any decision, example in Power Automate Desktop, he's using one bot, and the UI elements are keep on changing. So agentic automation is nothing but taking decisions and implement
Hmm.
based on the decision the agent has taken, right? So if could not this use case could not able to implement using Copilot, then what exactly that agentic automation does?
So that's the reason I said, Divya, right? Let me explain the next use case, okay, where you will get a better clarity. Okay. So let me go to the next use case. And still, if you are not understanding, I can explain one more time. Okay. But what I'm suggesting, let's have a next use case, right? That will give the better clarity to everyone. Okay. Sounds good.
Sure.
Okay, fine. So we'll talk about the next use case, right? So what will be our next use case, right? Maybe I can just explain on the paper, right? And then we can have the practical thing. So suppose, okay, if there is any credit card bank, okay, right? They are having like customer support team, right? And mainly they are getting the emails from the different customers, right, into the three different categories. Okay, so what are those categories? First is account closure, right? It means customer want to close the account because of any reason, right? Second category is late fees, and third category is lost and stolen. Okay, third category is lost and stolen. Okay, so what happens actually, right? Suppose if any email is coming, right, to the customer support inbox, correct? So what happens, right? The customer support person has to read that email or that content. After reading the content, what the person will do, right? The person will understand the intent. What is the intent, right? It is for account closure, or it can be late fees, or it can be lost and stolen, right? And based on that, right, based on that, what that customer support associate will do, right, they will go to the banking application, right, and perform certain number of steps. Okay, right. So we can say, like, we can give the name as a app name like bank application. Okay, bank app. So for the account closure, we have to perform certain steps into this bank application. Similar way for late fees, similar way for lost and stolen, right? So account closure is, their steps are different. Late fee steps are different. Lost and stolen steps are different, right? So what our agentic will do basically, right? The agentic flow will get triggered as soon as email is arrived in your this customer support mailbox. Okay, right? And once the email is arrived, right? whatever agent will do, the agent will read that email. Once the email has read, right, what will happen? It will give the intent. Like, what is the intent? It can be account closure, late fee, loss stolen, and accordingly, what it do? It will call the respective process. Okay, it will call the respective steps, right? Which we have created into the Power Automate, for example, right, for account closure, late fees, and lost and stolen, and those steps will get performed according. Okay, so in that decision making, right, which kind of what I can say, the email intent is there, right, and based on that, it will call to the respective RPA box. Understood? So now I will show you practically, and then we can have the questions, right? So suppose here I'm going, right, and I will send some email. Okay. So what email I will send? So you can see, right? This is not I'm typing, right? I'm taking one email, right, from the Copilot. Okay. So this is I'm taking this. Okay. And right. And here I'm sending the email. Okay. Give some subject. Okay. And send the email. So here you can see we are sending this email with the intent as a account closure. Okay. So I receive email is arrived, and for just your confirmation, right? So here create a sample email to send customer support to close the credit card account. Okay. So my intent is related to the uh, closing the credit card or credit card account, right? And I have sent the email, right? So as soon as I send email, my bot or agent got triggered, right? And you can see what agent is doing basically here. Okay. So agent is saying this is the input sent by the user. What it is saying, detected category, right? What is the category? Account closure. And after that, you can see it is saying, please take the appropriate action to call the account closure, right? And after that, it is mentioned, call the account closure agent or call the account closure bot. So here you can see, based on the category, right, identification or categorization, our agent will take the decision, and it will call the another bots or another agent to perform the certain number of actions. So understood this now, or still have any question? So Divya, it is clear.
Yes. So we can use the directly we can use the mail, and we can also extract some data from that mail, that if this is a for account closure, we can also analyze without the agent and we can run the bot. Why we need that agent AI then? Because
So
if we will pass in the prompt AI the body of that mail and say suggest that what is written in this body, he can also give us the output that this is the account closer or this is for lost
but
and
Pratyaksh,
stolen.
what I'm saying, if you want to
Mm.
call any bot ad hoc basis, right, then we require it. That is what I'm saying.
No, we can analyze without this agentic AI that which subflow should run on the basis of this mail.
No, no, that is what I'm
Correct.
saying. Sorry.
I
Hmm,
have some inputs on it. The
hmm,
same with Pratyaksh, I guess, whatever he's saying,
hmm,
I can achieve this scenario using the flow itself. I'll just give you one. I'll use a builder prompt, and I'll ask the prompt to take a decision whether it is closer email, what kind of type of email it is, and I
hmm.
can divide my parallel flows using run desktop flow or run cloud flows, whatever it is. I can use it in a cloud flow itself. Why we require a
So
agent
I will
here?
tell you, Divya, right? Whenever you are using this prompt or AI models, right, it will ask add human in the loop. Okay, if you go to the flow, maybe you can try a
No, no,
Pratyaksh.
no. We can
No, it
integrate
will
with the
not.
Power Automate.
Sorry.
Correct. We did this kind of POC earlier, and it is success as well. Like we
Hmm.
don't require agent here because it's a simple decision making here.
No, no,
It's
no. That is
based
fine,
on the
right?
email
So
content.
what I'm doing here, Divya, I'm just showing the different use cases. Okay. So This is not limited, right? Like when we'll go to the actual implementation, right? We are having various use cases. Okay, so this is one of the thing I just want to explain so that normal audience can understand. Okay, so that was the main intent actually.
No,
So
Okay.
our major concern is the dynamic UI elements.
no,
We are
no. So
not able
that is
to.
different, Pratyaksh. Okay, so dynamic UI element will be not handled with this help of agentic. Okay, so
So
there is a
I'm still unclear here where exactly
so
we are using
no
agentic
worries, Divya.
automation.
Okay, in case you are unclear, right, what I can do, I can give my contact here, right? Uh, we'll have a discussion. That's not a problem. Okay, so I'm giving my contact number. So please call me, right? We can have a discussion. No worries. All right. So any other question on this, like whatever we have discussed so far, from anyone like Anbu, Balraj, Bhargav, Chetan?
So Vaibhav,
Mm-hmm.
in this
Yes,
response at the last, it says call the account closer agent.
yes,
So does it really call some other agent for
yes,
this account closer?
yes. It
Okay.
can. It can, right? Because as I said, right, based on the intent, right? Uh, Here, account closure, we have to perform certain number of tasks. Same case for late fees and same case for lost and stolen also. Okay, so accordingly, it can call another agent, right, whenever it is required. Okay, so if you go here, right, let me go back.
And what this particular account closure agent will reply?
So what it will do, suppose if you want to close the account, right, then what will happen, there will be certain number of steps, right? So it will go to the bank application, it will search that account, right? Then it will check any pending balance is there or not, right? Or any charges are there or not, right? It will check all the things. And if nothing is pending, it will close and it will inform to the customer, yes, like we have closed your account as per your request, right? But in case if any charges are pending or anything is still there, right? So it will respond to the customer, like for example, please clear your all the dues, right? And once it is done, we'll be able to close them. Okay,
Okay, got
got it, right?
Hello. Hi, sir.
Yeah,
Tina
yes,
this
Tina.
side.
Yeah, Tina, please.
Yeah, I have one query actually, and I need your help here.
Mm-hmm.
Like in agentic AI, I'm going to one of the use case I just want to implement through agentic AI, like
Mm-hmm.
fraud detection and risk management in banking
Mm-hmm.
sector.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like what kind of fraud we can identify through agentic AI?
So we can, okay, what kind of means,
Means
like,
like agentic AI we are using for decision making and all, like real
correct.
life.
So that is the reason. Here we are
Yeah,
using
that
agentic
I
process.
understand.
Okay, agentic process automation.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Hmm.
and what you are saying about AI, right? That is it different. Okay, different branch we can say, Tina. That is not into the automation part actually.
No, no, I am asking about agentic AI only.
So, what in what sense you are asking, Tina? Suppose if any transaction is happening, right? So you are
Mm-hmm.
like different types of models, right? Basically, what we are doing, we are creating a
Right.
various kind of models, right? Into the agent
Mm-hmm.
AI, right? So those models can
Right.
detect the fraud, like this is fraudulent transaction or not. If it is fraudulent transaction,
Mm-hmm.
it won't allow to complete that particular transaction. And at the same time, what it will do, it will inform to the respective team, right? Like I found this as a fraudulent transaction, basically, right? So that the
Mm-hmm.
respective team can investigate, or maybe they can inform to the customer, right? Like change your password or whatever, right? Or maybe they will give the new card, right? So that is something related to the different thing, Tina. Okay, like where we are detecting the fraud. Okay, and after that we are performing certain steps.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
Means we
so
need to implement
correct.
different agent for
Yes, yes, correct.
fraud detection.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Another question, any doubt?
Hi, Bob, I have a quick question.
Yes, yes,
For the
Raman.
knowledge base,
Mm-hmm.
I know you showed different options, right? Where I
Yes,
can
correct.
use a public website or intranet or like data was stable.
Yes.
Is there a way we can use like from Excel or something like that?
Yes, definitely. So as I said, right, when we'll upload any file, suppose here we are having, right, so we can upload any kind of file.
Say, for example, I'm giving a file of all my orders. My orders are in different systems like
Ah.
Salesforce or Oracle or whatever it is,
Hmm,
right?
hmm,
So that
hmm,
file keeps changing every day.
hmm.
So do you mean how do do I have to upload that file every single day, or like is there a way that I can put it
So
in
what you can
OneDrive
do,
or
right,
three?
you can keep into the SharePoint, okay, SharePoint folder or into the OneDrive folder, right?
Okay.
So if you keep into that respective folder, right? Suppose if today's day is over, right? Tomorrow morning, if we are having new file, right? So what you can do, or maybe by with the help of automation, what we can do, we can place that updated file into that shared drive location, and whenever the next time our agent will run, right? It will refer to the latest file from the folder.
I can use OneDrive.
Yes, yes,
Thank you.
got it, right?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Any other question? Anything?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
my
So,
question.
Vaibhav, let us suppose I wanted to extract some information from any website
Hmm.
and wanted to update into the SharePoint. And in that SharePoint, I have updated some columns. So, in
Hmm.
that columns, I wanted to add that values on the basis of the output.
Hmm.
So, the through Agent AI, we can do that.
So that for that why we need required agent AI, right? That we can do simply with the help of our flow.
Yeah, but for that, we need to make some process. But here, directly I can pass that website name and all the things. Then this is a simple way through the Agent AI, right?
No, no, this is just to provide the knowledge base. Okay, so knowledge base means information, right? Suppose if someone is asking me like what is RPA, so how I will respond based on my knowledge, based on whatever I have learned so far, or based on whatever I know, right? Based on that I will respond to you. But for agent, right? Agent, we are providing some knowledge base or some information. So based on that, it is providing the information. Correct?
Hmm. Yes, yes.
Right? So so both having the different purpose actually.
Hmm.
Okay.
Is there any limit on number of knowledge bases that we can add to it, or?
No, no, no. We can have a very good number of like knowledge sources from us. So that's not the case. So suppose I can give you an example. Okay. So within your organization, right, if you want to implement any kind of agent, right, which is giving the information related to the company policies. Okay. So we can say like we are having the separate policy documents or the place, right, for the leave policy, or we can have anything related to the what I can say, insurance policy, correct? What are the insurance companies providing, right? So similar way, if you are having like 10, 15, or 50 different types of policy documents, so we can place into the one folder, right? So whenever employees is asking any particular question related to any policies, right, which is implemented in organization, so simply our knowledge base will go to all these documents, and it will find out that particular response and will send it to the employee. Okay, so there is no such restriction. We can give a good number of information or knowledge base thing.
Hi.
Yes, please.
So what I understand now is, for example, in your RPA currently, if
Mm-hmm.
we have a process which we have automated, which will be like on a legacy system you have automated, okay, and you have used a SOP document to automate it.
Mm-hmm.
So now what happens is the UI elements for that legacy document and all, you can do it only using RPA. Correct?
Correct,
Like,
correct,
correct.
correct.
And then the SOP keeps changing, or you get the information on your SOP from the client, how it changes. So, based on that, your agent will help you decide without changing the RPA workflow how to handle it.
No, no. See, if your RPF flow is changing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Suppose if your RPF flow is changing, obviously we have to change the RPF flow. There will
Yes.
be,
Right,
right.
right.
There is
But
no
if the
alternative.
if the rules, SOP rules are changing, then you don't need to change.
Right, right. Absolutely. Got it. Correct. Yeah.
So that is where we need agentic AI. But for the legacy applications or any applications that you are going to automate the steps, there still the traditional RPA only will
Yeah,
work.
obviously, obviously. Or maybe rather than UI, right, we can use the APIs also, right?
Right.
We can
But
use the database also.
right, right. Correct.
because
Yes.
and because your this AI thing, right, or agentic thing, right, they will not able to go to the application how they will do it, right? So
Right.
we need some bots, right, who can perform the task like what humans are performing.
Mm. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Vivek. Any other question?
Vaibhav, could you also cover more use cases where exactly we use agentic automation? Like not the demo, just you can tell us any in which business area it's fit into.
Yeah.
Okay.
In addition to that, like
Hmm.
whatever the use cases you have shared, that is all with respect to the Microsoft Power Automate. How
Hmm.
about the other tools when that comes into picture, where we can build, like for example, Blue Prism?
No,
So how can we
that is not possible with this actually. Okay,
okay,
because this is a, power plat component of the power platform, right? So whatever we are going to do, right, we'll do it for the power platform.
only Power Automate?
Yes. And it makes sense, okay, if you are using the
Mm,
copilot, right,
mm,
in case you want to do in a blue prism or in any other tool,
mhm,
right? So
mhm,
I think blue prism is also introduced their own agentic platform, right,
mhm.
where I'm not sure how much it effective or not, right? So in that
Okay.
case we can use that one, because if you want to integrate with that respective components, right, that integration part, at the same time infra costing, right, it will
Mhm.
go within a limit, otherwise like it will be scattered everywhere.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Any question from anyone? Okay, no worries. So as I said, right, I have given this my contact number, right? So in case if you have any question doubt, feel free to call me, right? I will hope I will be able to like respond to your queries effectively, right? So thanks everyone, right? We can conclude here. See you soon. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you all. Good night.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks very much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.